Okay, just a quick video. I don't like doing these whole like, hey, hi, we're looking at you kind of stuff. I like doing stuff outside with the car, but it is raining today. And so I'm stuck inside watching movies. Quick update. This is a quick one, I promise. I sent the video posted yesterday of the R600 intake. Maybe I'll post it today, maybe. Anyway, of the R600 intake to Racingline. So I emailed sales at Racingline.com. So this is the U.S. operation of the Racingline group. And it's not Volkswagen Racing. They are independently owned. They have some kind of a licensing deal where they can use the R logo. They do a lot of tuning for the Golf R and a lot of other VWs. Basically, I sent them... I'll go through this real quick. I recently removed my air filter to do a clean and re-oil, which I do every 6,000 to 7,000 miles. I was cleaning it. I looked at the inside and saw the front of the air filter was nearly translucent while the tops and bottoms were still dense and not letting any light through. I touched the front of the filter very gently while rubbing in the cleaning fluid, and I mentioned what I was using. My finger went right through. I noticed the black material in the filter was rubbing off into the sink. I had to overnight order a replacement for $135 from one of your online retailers. I know air filters are a wear item, but I expected to get more than 25,000 miles out of this unit. Can you comment on what I should expect from a wear potential? So I wasn't asking for a replacement. Also, the replacement air filter looks much different. It's lighter, not black, has a different logo, a shorter serial number, thicker material, and the holes look less porous and more fine. Does that mean a revision was made and the new units should last longer? And then I said, are you accepting any sort of return exchange program for customers with the old design that suffered a failure? I did make a YouTube video, and here it is. And Laura Foreman got back to me. She's a salesperson there. Thank you for contacting us. I'm sorry you're having the issues. I'd like to forward all your information to the manufacturer, which I assume that's racingline.co.uk. Can you please provide me with some photos of the filter, the damage, the QR code, and the oil and cleaner you've been using? I'll also send a copy of your original receipt. I sent over some pictures. I'll show you guys now. I sent over here. See this unusual setup, and then how the filter. That's how it looked. I sent a couple pictures here, and then I sent over, as you can see here, I sent over the receipt, August 4th of 2015. So it's almost 2 years old. So she got back to me. She forwarded it over to the UK, and they were approved for a replacement. Since you've already purchased a replacement, can you send me over the invoice and I can work on getting you reimbursement? In regards to the life and maintenance of your filter, the cleaner and oil you're using is 100% correct. So that's good. So you guys are using the ITG. I read some reviews not to use the K&N cleaner and oil. ITG was the one to use, and it was kind of expensive, but I ordered that. It's lasted me a couple of years, and I still probably have another year's worth of stuff, of cleaner in there. So that's fine. The service intervals are correct as well, so 6,000 to 7,000 miles. They did revise the filter to make it more durable overall. You should not continue to have this issue going forward. Let me know if I can help in the future. I forwarded the print order from ShopDAP, where I spent $135. And then I asked, can I post a follow-up video to YouTube about our exchange and replacements? It's okay. At this point, Jeremy responded instead of Laura. And I'm just reading this word for word only because I like full transparency, and they seem to be okay with me doing this. If they're not, they'll email me and I'll take the video down or something. But before I read this, I really think it's important for all of us because very few companies in this VW tuning world are transparent, upfront, honest. I mean, I bought the new filter expecting nothing but just to report to them that the other one fell apart, and for them to come back with, well, it's only to be used on a closed course and not on streets. So you were using it on a street, so we don't offer that, and the warranty is up, so best of luck to you. Like the people that make these kind of things for the VW platform, maybe it's any tuner company, they tend to be really uptight about any sort of issues at all. It's always the fault of the customer. They expect you're putting it, improper use or something. So I was very impressed that they got back to me. It's your choice to make a video. If we can't stop you or say one way or the other, winky smiley face. As mentioned, we have done a lot of work in testing of these filters so that they will be a lifetime filter. They are not a paper or gauze filter that when you clean them once, they stretch, allowing larger particles to go through. And these get worse the more you clean them. He's talking about not their filter, but other people's filters. It does just take a bit of maintenance like you've been doing to keep them from drying out. I did want to point out the logo change. If you watched the previous video, I mentioned the logo change, and there was something, maybe something behind the scenes with Racingline and VW Racing is separating or something. We work very closely with Volkswagen. Any logo changes we have done has been our choice. We are still partnered with VW on several different things. Some of the logo changes is for our Audi line that is coming, as most Audi owners will not want to put a Volkswagen Racing parts on their car. However, they would do Racingline. We saw this change when we switched logos on the R600 as more Audi A3, S3 owners were willing to use the intake. So basically the new logo is kind of the Audi Racing logo. So if you look at Racingline's logo here, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So what we have here is the logo. So we've got the previous filter had this plus the R. The new one just has this, and that's you know, just removing the R basically is what they were trying to do. But he said nothing nefarious was going on. It was just a way to market better to potential Audi owners, because the MQB platform things all work on the A3, S3s, and Golf R and GTI. So another thing to mention, the R600 intake has never changed other than the logo. Also to note, the gap you have at the top might be partially because the lid is installed incorrectly. The lid of the R600 is meant to go on top of the core support and not under. Okay, I'll look at it. I'm trying to think about back to my video, but I'll look at it today and do some adjustments. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. We should always be able to always give you the correct information and help you before even making a video. I know, and you know, the thing is, and Jeremy watches this, I do videos kind of like a stream of consciousness, so I'll do them as I'm doing the repairs myself. I make mistakes, I catalog them, I cut my finger in every single video and I catalog it. I just don't really try to censor things out. And I don't reach out to a company beforehand and ask them if there's any issues I should be aware of. I just don't do that. But I always reach out if I have an issue and give them a chance to discuss it with me. And I always make good. If I criticize a company and I'm wrong, I always make good on that. And, you know, I just don't go as far back as removing a video and re-editing or something unless they give me a cease and desist or something. So anyway, I'm really glad that Jeremy came forward. But the thing is, what I noticed, and I didn't mention this in my reply to him, basically I replied saying basically what I just told you guys. He did say that the R600 intake has never changed other than the logo, but Laura mentioned there was a revision to the filter to make it more durable overall. So he said, she said, I'm not going to really worry about the nitty-gritty. The new filter looks awesome. It looks way thicker. It could be that the filters disintegrate slowly over time, but you know, they both mentioned it's meant to be a lifetime filter. So I would say if you're in the market for an R600 intake, buy with confidence. I'll continue to clean it at the regular intervals. I'll continue to use the ITG filter, oil, and cleaner. And over the next 2 years, we'll see if it happens again. I was talking to Heather about this, and I did mention to her, I think that if this filter I just bought ends up disintegrating as well in 2 years, I'll probably sell just the R600 intake box on Vortex and just buy a different company's hardware. Because there's $135 for a foam filter is a ton of money. It should definitely last more than 2 years. They say it's a lifetime filter. We'll see. The unit's out of warranty, and what immediately happened after I got this email was shopapp.com sent me an email that my order for this filter replacement was closed, and then there was a refund. The note says, come on, where is it? Your order has been closed. The customer has been refunded for the amount, for the spent amount on the filter element that will be replaced by the manufacturer. So, and I emailed Paul at ShopDep and thanked him, because I basically said, I assume they'd send me a check. I hope this wasn't a lot of work for you in back-end calculations, inventory, finance. So I'm sorry that he had to be a middleman for this, to be honest, because you know, it's accounting for them, I assume. He says, no problem, glad we could be of help to get you taken care of, and you shouldn't have to pay for a warranty deal. So, Paul's good, I'm good, Racingline is good, and thanks Racingline for standing by your product, even though it was outside of the 1-year warranty. And that's it, that's really all I wanted to do for this video. So thanks for watching, as always. Thanks Racingline, thanks ShopDep, and thank you to Porter. There's Porter. Porter? Oh, thank you to the Porter.